Servus, grüß euch, my name is PabloPicanto and welcome to Emporium. This little piece of software is something different today. Deals with depression and loss and the dark thoughts in general. And yeah, everybody encounters that to some extent in his life, and from time to time it's not bad to get a little thinking about that done. And that is why we look at this. We're gonna go for a new game here and gonna see what this is about. Analogies for personhood, for the self, for consciousness, exert great power on our thinking, and to think of consciousness as a locked chamber, think of the content of that chamber as perception that will thus seem ineluctably private, to think of our experience of the world as hidden, but hidden inwardly. Gary L. Hagberg. And there we are. That is already a quite disturbing picture, but we are getting up. Emporium. Written on that building. So yeah, that seems to be a place where we would work at, probably. I'm just gonna try to go in. It has a cool style going. It has a good atmosphere going. The music is not very calming. Can I... okay, I can read stuff. Can I read the plaque red? Hiding place number 9. Or body of water. Hiding place. What are you hiding for? From... life in general. Plaque red. Hiding place number 14. The appearance of being organized. So this could relate to topics like burnout, playing it cool outside but being done with everything in the inside. The plaque red. Hiding place number 6. Or wooden masks. Interesting. We're in some kind of exhibition of some sort of those hiding places. Hiding place number 0. Can't go in though, can I? No. Okay. Who are you there? The boy did nothing, just looked up at me. There was a flicker of recognition, and I felt like a time traveler. He seemed unsure of what to say next. I met my father only once. My mother raised me poorly. I'm just gonna pick one. Met my father only once. He spoke rapidly now, fantasy stories of superhero dads. I knew them to be mostly untrue, but chose to believe regardless. So... yeah, it's at some point... yeah, it was called interactive little piece of art. And yeah, I am shipwrecked this morning. folded into over into sorry waves, and therefore we get to pick stuff. Water, water everywhere. So we are writing the story of this guy, probably. Oh, that's cool. We went into that caravan and came out of a cardboard caravan. Right. Another person there. I found myself busy in whispers with some kind of ocean. I didn't notice the boy by my side, staring out, counting the waves. In a rushed fluster, the boy tucked my sleeve and beckoned my ear closer. A child is only a child once. I like to try and drown. I'm gonna go with this. The boy spoke of a newly hatched egg. The babe featherless, breathless and still. Lost in some rotten tumble. So I wonder, is that him in the future or something maybe? Could be. Am I supposed to jump down here? I do hope not. You can only speak with that man once. Maybe there's something over there again. Oh ha! Oh yeah. Can't say I'm making sense of all that right now. But oh, wait here. Hey, man. For one reason we are following that particular only single man there. I was left in the company of my father for a single day. I don't believe he spoke at all. He just walked along that pier and held my hand while I toddled in tow. The impossible depth of that green-gray water is all I remember clearly. Again, can't say I can make I can't make much sense of that to that point. But that is surely the intention. Would be boring if everything would be clear from the beginning. We're outside here again. But what is this? The nesting box was no longer a home. I placed it here so the boy could listen for himself. The never-ending, inconsolable cry, emanating from such a tiny hole, powered by impossible acoustics. Okay, thanks. Just gonna go in again. And we have something different. We're going through several stages of the Emporium. The black red hiding place number 8. Or dinner with mother. So many places to hide. Number 143. Or stationary. That seems to be the one from before. Number 6, wooden masks. Yeah, we have that. I wonder if that means that he is hiding his dark thoughts in presence of others. In every conceivable, in every possible way, in his everyday life. I try to remember what it was like to be young. Perhaps the boy would remind me. Perhaps it would make a difference. I can think myself invisible. Being alone is part of survival. True as that may be, probably not that helpful in a situation like that. He spoke of heavy cold isolation, of crying into walls. In the bitter dark stories, they cried back. This is really dark. Oh god. I had a heady notion to flee. The sensation had come fast and I found it intoxicating. I needed to vanish and have the void left in my wake shrink up behind me. Alright. We know that little wagon. Why is it derailed? I don't know. Am I supposed to go here? I don't know. Possibly. Probably. It's always talking to the man. Seems to be the main objective of these little rooms here. I once leant on this bridge, ready to take myself over its barrier, hoping for one of the ancient locomotives to rattle forth and run me through. I had waited a lifetime before I realized all the trains had stopped running. It was in this waiting that I first met the boy. Anything can crumble in an instant. To be still is to be peaceful. That sounds nice, but it, yeah, always from where you stand. In state of depression, this doesn't help more than this one. I don't know what difference it makes what we pick here. The boy revealed a dandelion from his pocket, plucked earlier and kept for its beauty. Seeing it now, brown and wilted, I couldn't imagine it any other way. And off they go. And in I go. Wonder where this is gonna end. It's not... Okay, we're at that tower again. It's very abstract and stuff. So the story behind it is more like hinted inferred a little, and we don't actually see what is going on with actual people. We don't know really about anyone's background. My mother would abandon me for days at a time, while I would line up dusty dead insects all in a row like toy soldiers and eat them one by one. That's some heavy shit. I didn't think this would weigh me down so much, but it's kind of hard to, yeah. It's really does a good job of capturing these very, very dark thoughts and delivering them in the atmosphere. Nothing grows here anymore. This crypt is a graveyard. Okay. 2 new pieces of exhibition. Black Red Hiding Place number 56. Head Office. And Hiding Place number 23. Mr. Invisible. Alone at home. In front of the bed. Possibly not wanting to get up. Or not knowing how to fall asleep. The boy looked ready for battle. His eyes darted, holding only to still me with a vicious glare. Pursed and tense, the boy seemed violent like never before. We can live forever. Are we going to die? Who's saying this? Is that the boy saying? His sentiment was like a weapon. I felt it dig under my skin. There is nothing more terrifying than forever. That is kinda true. Every horrid click and clack is tattooed across my body. Every smell runs thick as oil down my arms and fingers. I'm poisoned by industry and at mercy to that bend of fleshy iron. They got really cool perspectives going. Really cool level design, let's call it that. Or dream design. Of these almost nightmares here. The head office. This is ridicule, I told the boy. This errant machine requires constant attention. No more will we mend and maintain. Let it turn to rust. The bones will scatter under their own weight. Let it carry you. Abandon everything. Let it carry you. The boy heard it too. That melodic automation of gears and guts. He urged me to engage, to find peace in that rhythmic human whisper. I'm still confused by the boy and man stuff. Who is who? Is he himself? Are we the one? Are we the same person? Sitting in a tower in one room with that is very dark. Is it calm where you are too? In this moment I can't really remember anything else. I just hear my own voice counting down over and over. It must have been 1,000 years already. Wonder what that symbolizes, this tower. He's like captured inside it. There doesn't seem to be any exit. Just that window that we keep looking through. Feeling very isolated. And why do we wake up in our own blood every time? This was a gift from the boy to me. A breath, a life. Inevitably, I chose to ignore it. Breath. Is that some kind of huge medical machine that gives you artificial breathing for, I don't know. Okay, nothing here anymore. To read. There are still voices going on. The man is gone. This is still hiding place number 0. The man is not there. My life was built brittle as if wooden. A simple toy. Without a full set, what remains will fragment. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect, perfect, little, perfect, perfect, little, perfect. Little perfect dollhouse. Yeah, I'm just gonna go upstairs. To what might resemble a wife and child. The boy searched for me without luck. He did, however, find where I was keeping her. A wife in ruin and mother to a ghost. Spoke aloud, knowing I would hear. She is strong. You were weak. You were weak. She is strong. She is strong. My wife's perseverance was enough to bring us both through. She became mother-like to me. Why did I resent this? No, not resentment. I was a burden. A parasite held in embrace. That is a dangerous thought. If you're in need of medical help and your loved ones have to take care of you, thought of yourself as a parasite. But again, yeah. I imagine it is a thought that everyone would have, because no one wants to weigh down his loved ones. A thought that you can hardly defend against. Am I supposed to just go now? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Whoa. A little red balloon. Still able to get up? Watched by the wife times quite many. Let's see what's in the Emporium. Nothing. But the door, hiding place number 0, is now open. It opens up a way. Oh, ha. Oh god. Please don't eat me. Opens up a way to the top of the building. And that seems to conclude the circle. Why we were waking up in our own blood in front of the building. I just... There's no standing up this time. The Emporium seemed most fitting. Nearby retail expansions that left both my business and the building derelict. I'd often take my lunch on the roof during slow and sunny days. Quiet spot where no one would notice me. Yes, the Emporium seemed most fitting. I let my fingers and feet go numb as I wished the boy farewell. Achievement unlocked about a boy. Yeah, that is Emporium. Rather short but rather dark experience. So this was about a guy losing his job and company, maybe even. And yeah, that's maybe why all these hiding places were some in his old company building, where he said no one could see him at the end. And I guess the boy was his past, probably. Maybe there were more stories in that one story, not only one person. Dark, heavy stuff, and yeah, I guess it means something different for everybody, because depending on where you stand in your life, what your experiences were with that topic, it picks you up at a different point for each person, and a very individual point, and everything has a different meaning. So yeah, a dark game, a dark piece of art, very thought-provoking. Hope this did not depress you too much. Let's just say that. Yeah, heavy stuff. But in my opinion, it's kind of necessary to think about that stuff once in a while. And yeah, hope it's giving you some good thoughts after all, some new insights maybe even. And I hope you're fine, I hope you're good. And yeah, let's end this here, Emporium. Nevertheless, I wish you a good day, a good time. And if you enjoyed this video, then you can leave a like, and I will be happy anyway to see you in the next video. So for now, have a nice one. Servus, pfiat euch.